That didn't start, so... So, at least that was another mission done. That gave something useful. When I'm in big need of frigate fuel, I might take some of these, but not for one. It's a little bit low, so... Did I actually talk to this guy? Okay. Fine. There's a B hauler and a fighter and a C fighter. ABC. So on we go. I just have one thing to do in this system. Go and shop a little bit. As I said, that's the best way of actually earning some money. This is to do some trade around, and I do sometimes end up with a lot of merchandise. But I always end getting it sold. So these give gold, and unfortunately very often it attracts pirates. Is that a problem? Rarely. Would of course help if I could hit. The only thing I would say, keep an eye on your shields, then you will be fine. I will always suggest that you make sure you have things to refuel your shieldings with, no matter whether it's on your exosuit or your starships. Stupid, I flew into something. That platoon you have is like some of the most annoying. There was one I didn't shoot, so there might be a batch of... Wasn't there one more? Problem is the cargo pods can be a little bit difficult to see what's cargo pods and what is debris floating in space. So actually, I was quite sure there was one more. So, yeah, I was going to say there might come more. You can also encounter these and nothing happens. It is not certain there will be pirates, but often there is. Sometimes I wish you could get a pick on their ships, because some of them is pretty fast. I actually like that. Well, like and like, but I do like there's differences, and some is harder than others. It would be very boring if it always was easy, for instance. I think the balance made in the game is rather good. The only thing is I would wish my platoon was a little bit more savvy with where they placed themselves. So, as I said before, make sure you unpack those because they might attract the authorities, and then you'll suddenly have suspicion of smuggling after you, and that means that it would be sentinel interceptors coming after you. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but and you can fight them, but they just keep coming. It's not like they leave you alone. It's bad weather here. Very warm, and storm as well. Might have to sit that out, because the storm has a tendency to start blowing me around, and that is not very healthy. But on the other hand, it's fun, isn't it? Oh. The storm is clearing. That's kind of positive. So, buying some stuff. Checking if there's any boxes laying around. A couple of explorers. anything particular. Some stuff over there. More ships coming in. Animals which like to scan because they always give good coins. No, I'm not going to shoot it, I'm going to scan it. Looks like a rhino. Sort of predator. Might not attack humans, but it is possible. But as I'm not going down from here, then I should be fine. It's not about walking around on sunshine or anything. I came to trade and done so, and then we're actually off to the next system. The thing is, we could go for some black holes and move a little bit further into the galaxy. Looks like a good system. Well, the thing is, we just arrived in this galaxy, so it's not like we are in any rush for doing anything. So there's this black hole. This space station is behind it. Can I get to that without? No, I can't. I had a feeling that the black hole would stop me, but you kind of have to try, don't you? That's a little bit how it is. I have a philosophy that if you don't look at the space station, you won't find anything. So I have to go and look at the specific things, and I am trying to get free stuff where I can. No, I don't want to talk to you. Go away. That was a mistake. But that does happen sometimes. So, yeah. So check what's sale.
Product received.
So they wanna buy some of my stuff. Good. I'm very happy with that. The more I can sell, oh, lovely. The more I can sell of the stuff I have for sale, the better it is. And what is behind door number 2? Hydroponic bay or something in that direction. You can farm the carbon, but I honestly can't be bothered doing that. It's too little and it takes too long actually to get anything out of it. So that's a no-no for me. I would say when you play, you choose whether you want to spend your time with things like that. And it might be worth something for you. I am never going to judge what people do. Especially, as I would say, it's your game. It's your choice. If you feel like doing something, there's only one which you're responsible to, and that's yourself. If you ask me for what is the easiest way to do something, I will chip in with what I think is the easiest way. And down the line you can choose then try my way or keep your own way. And it is like your way might be much comfortable for you to do. But most of the questions I had over time is actually, what do I do with this? How do I use this? Where do I find this? How do I survive? That very often has come up, especially with new players which struggle to survive. And it is Jesus. It is a hard balance sometimes, and the game is not always forgiving from the start. You get some tools to actually get into the game, but it's not always straightforward. So if you need any help or have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll try to help you the best I can. something flashing here. Why is that? That I don't understand. Oh well, that is well, now it looks fine. So I think sometimes the connection is going up and down, and then I get some information which it's trying to kind of warn me about it, but then it's normally gone before I actually register it. So another trading station. Let's see if I can not land in a weird place this time. I've become quite good at landing alternative places. As long as I don't crash my ship, then it should be fine. Hopefully it is. So, do a little bit of shopping.
Product received. Product received. Product received.
And I have already checked for all the stuff on the space station. However, sometimes the other things, normal things for sale, they can actually be different from trade station to trade station. So it's always good just to double check the selling prices. Mainly so you get the best prices for your stuff. And well, if you want to be earning money on trade, you need to keep an eye on things, to be honest. Because otherwise you won't earn much money. So that is always one step to take. So I'm going for the free stuff here, and now there's a ship landing on top of me. It's a little bit rude, isn't it? They just come blasting in, and they explore a solar. And remember, if you see ships you think, oh, I would like that ship, where is that? Feel free to ask me to put the coordinates of the planet on screen. I'll be happy to do that, but normally I will only do it with S-class ships. So if it's not an S-class ship and you are interested in it, let me know. Be happy to put it on, but I'm not going to do that on all trade stations or space stations just because I can. So we got what we came for, so now we have an appointment with a black hole. Or should we just do a little bit of scanning? There's a lot of flying things here. It is normally good money. Oh, it's actually very good money. I almost missed out on $1 million there, so yeah. I will say that not scanning loses you money. It's just a stupid mineral, 67,000. A plant, 76,000. So you can calculate how much you need to scan to earn good money. That's one thing I would say. Scan away. And in order to get as much out of it, make sure your scanner, and that would be this one, these ones, are as good as they can be. And you can tweak them quite a bit, but just make sure so you get as much as possible out of your scans. So when I find more rare animals, I'll get 500,000, and that's actually not bad just for scanning something. So we need to find a black hole now. It is somewhere that way. It's not accurate, but it would be easier to find in space. Down around there. Still not accurate because I couldn't see it, but now I can see it is there. So just point at it, and when you get close enough, it will actually disable your pulse drive because the black hole has a magnetic. And I'm lying, it didn't. Or I might not have been precise enough. I shouldn't really be lying to you. Come on, grab it, yeah. How did we go? Okay, we came under 700,000, so that's kind of good. Let's go to the space station. Yeah, it says I traveled 1.1 million light years, which sounds like it was across the whole galaxy to the other side of the rim. I don't know exactly how the black holes work, but it always seems to bring me around 6,000 light years closer to the center, where a single jump with warp is this ship 630 light years, so it's 10 times longer roughly than I think the longest I have is around 800, so it is brings me further than 10 jumps, as long as 10 jumps, so that's kind of okay. So this is a Viking system, so there is 2 times nanites, worth remembering. And the B1. And of course I will remember it, I'm me, so I know that I can get free stuff. And free nanites, no matter how many of you is still free. So anything that can be sold, yep. Sell. That was actually a quick profit because that was the ones I just bought. So that's kind of the best ones. I'm actually happy to. Which one is it? Is it him or is it this one over here? I actually think it's this one. I don't know why they always beat me. There's one of these, it doesn't seem like I have much of an option because they do appear to be way stronger than us travelers anyway, so it wouldn't really be useful. But oh well. In these rooms, even though there's nothing you really can do, remember to look at the wall. That was not something useful. As there sometimes is different types of machines. Hello, how are you? Well, I'm a little bit worn out today. It's weird, but we went to Lincoln yesterday. Oh yeah, that has been packed today actually. But it's funny, I wasn't overly tired yesterday, even though I'm the one driving, so but today it's like, well, 350 miles, roughly. It's roughly 3 hours each way, and then, well, we had a break on each way, so it added an hour, so that's half an hour for a break. That's how it is, apparently. Well, it was actually first time we saw the house yesterday, so that was rather interesting. Wow, I mean, we have seen pictures and a video, but seeing it in live, that's very different. Yeah, I could imagine. I know when we went up to Yorkshire Moors to look at a house there, and it was a whole day up and down, and God, that was long. I would say, weirdly enough, the pictures have given us a very good idea, but certain things was actually bigger than they looked on the pictures, so it was very positive. You know, normally when you see real estate agents' pictures, they are always taken in very specific angles to make the kitchen look like a ballroom dancing floor and stuff like that. But here it was actually, some of it they failed on the pictures, so things was actually bigger than it had looked. So that was really, really positive. And the garden was bigger than it looked. That was even better then. We're of course thinking of the dog there. Yeah, but they have actually been very, very nice and easy to work with. But it was the old tenants which showed us around, so we got a little bit of insight with different things, and that was actually very useful. They had come the other way. They had come down from Scotland to live there. So, but they were so happy to live in that village. So they have bought a house there, which is real nice. Well, they mainly used it to work on, and they were on the same we are here. Copper, but we have chosen to go with Virgin Gigabit connection. And we have actually arranged that we get the Virgin box to connect the day we get the keys. So that means I hopefully can be back online and normal streaming from 8 or 9, something like that. I need to set up the whole computer settings before I can go, before I want to go fully. Yeah, they say the same here, which is actually weird because they have been dragging fiber from Reading Town Centre and all the way out along A33, and they have been preparing boxes in this whole area, and I don't understand their message. Well, I would say the old tenants, they seem to only use it to work on, and then the old copper connection is actually fine. It's worse with me, which use a lot of uploads.
Hostile scan detected. Warning. Threat detected. Hostile ships approaching.
No, I find it weird because it's kind of in everyone's interest to have as good connections as possible, because it kind of bring any risk of overloading down. Because I can see weekends here, you can really see you share the lines with other people. And that's, it really dips in speed. And who is coming there? Oh, it's a little kitty cat. What do you want? You're going to be a stream cat today? Yeah, I would be prepared if you stayed on the other side. Yeah, it's lovely to have those days in between. It's also about to kind of exploring the game as it is. It's not. It shouldn't be a. It shouldn't feel like a grind, and then it always becomes a second job, doesn't it? That's not really what you want from something which should be relaxing. So. Oh, I need to talk to this girl. I found found some fingers earlier, so I have a good amount of uranium in my stock. I do like to find them.
Product received.
I must admit I felt quite lucky because next to the magic fingers or whatever they're called was floating crystals. So I have 13 glowing minerals. I don't know what they are yet, but oh yeah. But I think I'm quite lucky for finding them, but I don't know. But I do think it is important to keep an eye out what there actually is around. That one is not going to do anything. Oh, there's some coins there.
Units received.
But I have not been lucky with missions today. I am running into the bad rewards constantly. I've been taking missions just to kind of do something proactively. Well, I of course did the next one for the living ship, so some positive. Oh, you're being naughty now. I even started to smuggle just to earn a little bit more money. And before you say it, I know I don't have to. Yeah. Well, I fully understand that. Some days it just feels like, nah, it's not going to be today. Well, I must admit, I'm just moving slowly towards the center of this galaxy, and I'll try to see if I can catch you somewhere. Did you get all the salvage frigate modules you needed? I really don't want to do them. Okay. Things with 2 or 3 stars is normally something good, but it can be challenging. I wonder if that was what I found at some point and then a sentinel came out of it. That almost got me to get a heart attack. Well, I say whenever I get things which show up with something good, 2 or 3, what am I doing? 2 or 3 stars, then I normally investigate it and see what it is. But that's again, I'm very curious when I see something, I think, what's that? Shiny?
Received. Product received. Product received.
Oh. Now I'm breaking my own advices. That's not very smart. You're probably right, they help a lot. I do think that's it's a good solid income, and it adds really nice to the cover. Okay. So you're an official member of the Billionaires Club now. And I mean, I'm picking up all the blueprints, but am I ever going to use them? I kind of doubt it, but of course if someone asks me and I'm showing it on stream, then I might do it. I mean, I've done that a couple of times where people have asked me and I've shown what they actually can do. Well, I'm speculating if I should try to find an S freighter, but it won't really give me anything. That's the problem, because I have so much on the one I have already, so yeah. Yeah, that's true. Although those kind of things I'm not really too fussed about either. What's that? That was one of the small fighters. I will say the freighter is not it's not really the base I'm looking for. It's functional in other ways. I know people do that, and that's probably not a bad idea, but I've not gone down that route yet, so. I did that on one of my own other saves. I have all those on the freighter, but I don't see any functional differences, but yeah, that's well, you could set that up on the freighter as well. I know people do that, but well, I mean, I'm quite happy as that is.
Hostile scan detected.
I will admit I have on most of the bases I farm resources. I also have crops, so I kind of have spread that out a little bit because I had an intention. Well, I do it sometimes, but I had an intention starting producing all the expensive stuff. Well, the thing is, I don't really have problems earning money, so I don't want to appear too greedy. Oh, I know those days. You want to look for something and then it ends up with, yeah. I'm quite sure that this game really lives by such law. Every time you're looking for something specific, then you find all the other things you earlier was looking for and took a long time to find. Oh dear. No, that would not be smart. I still think the record is 109,000. And I didn't buy any of them either. I found a couple of places today with wiring looms in the low 50s. I haven't bought any because I have so many in stock, so I decided to just leave it for now, and then when I start dropping, then it's something you do find them from time to time, and that's it's not as hard to find good prices if you look for them. Yeah, that's the same for me. If I should find them to 39,000, then I might stock up again. Okay. Okay. It's I kind of have to do something, otherwise I'll just be jumping from system to system, and that's a little bit tedious. So I would like to have the question mark on my screen, please. Yeah, that's, I mean, it's too easy sometimes just to jump from system to system to system, and I sometimes rather do a little bit, get some stuff, whatever is around. Need to find something out though, because
Units received.
now it probably has to be on a specific planet. Okay, I get it. Oh, well. Makes it easier when you can do both missions the same place.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Oh, reminds me, I keep forgetting this today. I'm getting old, I forget things now. I hope someone is friendly and tell me who I am. Oh dear. Well, I must admit I have had so much in stock, so suddenly you actually forget you sometimes need it, and then you realize you have run out. But luckily that's easy to get though. Wiring looms for 95,000. They must be good quality.
Units received.
Yeah. That is everywhere, literally. I have not encountered
Product received.
any worlds ever without it.
Product received.
So, I've done everything. What does she need? Yep. At least. That was luckily something I had. Not always that easy. Please tell me where to go. Could you imagine when you buy something cheap in the game, they don't last as long? Oh. Yeah. You do see them around from time to time. I saw once in the Anomaly a player in one which was all... Yeah. I saw one in one pretty much like mine, but all in silver. Like it was, you know this oxidated silver. It looked so odd, but at the same time very intriguing. Oh. I normally tell myself to do the mission first and then fiddle around. No, I did fiddle around first. No, it was not you. I don't want to talk to you. No. Bright yellow. What? He's not here. Yeah, he's standing there. Oh dear, yeah. Oh. I would be tempted to call it Minion 1. Yeah, you sometimes see some color schemes that you find really nice.
Hostile ships defeated.
Oh. I have to take a short little break because I had too much coffee. I'll be back in a very short time. So back again. Sorry for that. Sometimes it's just what you need. Okay. So those missions actually came out to be easier than I anticipated, which I'm quite happy with. So, nothing great new. Haven't found any S-class today. That's kind of a little bit odd. Normally do find some. But just venture on. There is a paradise planet. I haven't seen any of them in quite a while, so it's actually nice running into them. Giggling. Oh, a pink multi-tool. Maybe a little bit in the wrong direction of coloring, but I'm actually not a big lover of colored multi-tools. I prefer the standard colors. There are some delays on the feed today. It's a little bit odd. Why is it that delayed? No, there's always a little bit, but there seem a lot. Oh well. The only thing is that when I reply someone in chat, then it might come a little bit later than it's written. So, anything I can sell? For some reason I forget to unpack these. Well, it's boring. It's a nice little ship. It was only a sea, but it looked nice. Trader without stock to sell. That's embarrassing. Oh well. So what do we have here? We have that one. We have that one. That's two good missions. At the same place. Okay. That one is what I need to deliver. That's fair enough.
Technology recharge.
So I need to have these running while I run around because it saved me so much time later. There's the yellow banana ship. There was no fighting banana, it was a lorry banana. Quite lucky it's in the same system, both of them. It could have gotten in two very different directions.
Hostile scan detected. Warning. Threat detected. Hostile ships approaching. Hostile ships deleted.
Where did the space station go? No, down there. Oh, welcome back. I would say there's quite a delay on the stream at the moment, so if I reply a little bit late to you write it, then I'm very sorry. I'm not quite sure whether chat and picture fits, but I will of course reply as quick as I get it on screen. Yeah, you can set that. I have actually removed that because it really confused me that people ask me something and then after a amount of time it came on and it had no relation to what I was doing, so no, that's too confusing. I mean, if the chat gets so noisy I can't cope with it, then I will ask one of my kids to moderate it, so that's at least a possibility I have. But, I mean, I think it takes quite a bit. But I will say, I also see it sometimes where it's not Twitch, but my internet connection, because I'm not monitoring it at the moment, but I have sometimes been monitoring it, and I can see my speed goes up and down, and that influence quite a lot. Wiring looms, 46,000.
Product received.
46,000. Yeah. Can I afford to spend 8 million on wiring looms? It's probably silly, but never mind, because I actually don't use as many anymore.
Product received.
Then in all my excitement I forgot to check if there was anything I could sell. And there is, of course.
Units received. Units received. Units received.
I'm just throwing my money away, aren't I?
Alert. Navigational data received.
Oh. I'm probably soon ready for the workhouse. I never went to this side. I don't know why I went wrong, but that's a big multi-tool. No. What I think I will do, I'll be back Tuesday the 2nd. I don't know if I'm too dead. I probably won't stream, so I will not schedule it, but I might be on. But the 3rd I will be streaming, and then I will take the break until I'm back online and set up again in the new house. That is the plans. So you'll get the pleasure of me one more time from here. At least. Maybe two. We should be back in Reading Tuesday afternoon at some point, and if I'm not too dead, then and I can get maybe an hour chill time or something like that, then I might be on Tuesday evening the 2nd, but otherwise it will be Wednesday that for sure I will come on the 3rd. I have a feeling I will have a wall. But I might come up with something smart, I don't know. It's said that there is a beautiful sunrise when you look out the windows, but well, maybe on a summer's night I will be streaming long enough to see that. I don't know yet. But As I have planned so far, I will be sitting up against the wall, so... But I might be putting something up on that wall. Yeah. I must admit, behind me here, you can see the purple curtains, right? There is a curse in these buildings, because it's a floor to ceiling window, and that is annoying when you have a dog with a vivid fantasy or imagination, because she sometimes starts barking at the most weird things. She had been barking of things like a plastic bag blowing down the road. There's a road. Or if people park their car stupidly, she will tell them. And that's one thing we look forward to, that she can't actually look out to anything other than the garden. That will create barking because there will be animals, but still. I am quite sure it will be so much better than it is now. Yeah, and what else there is? I mean, the garden goes out to. Well, there is a high hedge and oh yeah. Well, there's a high hedge, but behind the hedge is well, there's some area for they have a place with horses where they ride on, and behind that is farmland. So it's absolutely open country. And that's absolutely something I'm looking forward to. I am not a big lover of all you can see is houses. I would say our cat is, when he was younger, he was really a hunter, but with age, no, he's too convenient to do that. He likes to take a stroll out and talk with the other cats, but no, it's actually kind of depressing, because you know there's so much lovely countryside, even here in Berkshire, but you don't have any view of it. It's just houses. So I'm actually going to love that taking the dog out for a walk and it's countryside. And who knows, the cat might join us. We lived in the countryside in Denmark. We had a road next to the house, and on the other side of the road was the beach. And on the other side of the house was a forest. And I used to take the dog we had there out for evening walks in the forest or on the beach. But when I walked in the forest, one of my cats used to walk with us. Yeah, and I would say one of the problems is that the good old English 2 up, 2 down building is spreading so much out, where other European countries has made high rises in areas, and that at least keep many cities in a little bit in a closer area, so you actually get a little bit more to kind of countryside. I know it's sometimes an illusion, but I feel it's worse down here south than it is when you come up north. And I unfortunately think, and you must feel the same, that as we are being swallowed up in Greater London, then it gets worse and worse, really. Yeah, I mean, we went to, after we had seen the house, then we decided we would drive to Lincoln and have some lunch. And I've never been a big lover of driving in cities in Britain. Yeah. And also with the new train lines and stuff like that, it kind of become a suburb to London. And even Reading is starting feeling that way. As I said, I normally don't like to drive in English towns and cities because I feel it's there's too many parked cars, and the roads is very often very slim. But I drove into Lincoln and it was actually very, very nice roads, and things was kind of organized. And I ended up in the center of Lincoln and found a parking house, and that was actually quite square and fair and easy. I hate driving in Reading because it doesn't really add up.
Product received. Product received. Product received.
Well, it seems to me like all the councils along the Elizabeth line is rubbing their hands and thinking, now we get a lot of people coming from London and live here and commute and pay good council tax here. And I think that definitely is going to happen. And we can see a lot of prices has gone ridiculous up in this area, with the result that more and more is getting empty because people don't want to or can't pay those rates. I would say for our sake, we got a rent rise this year, and that was why we actually decided we wanted to move somewhere else, because we don't feel that the rent is worth what we're living in. And I would say we have found something 170 miles away, which gives us more space and is, well, nearly 400 pounds cheaper per month. So, yeah. Yeah. There is, and the thing is, my son's company is based in Manchester, and it's actually way cheaper and easier for him to get from Lincoln to Manchester than it is from Reading. Well, the price is half price of what it costs. So he only have to go to the office, I think it's one every second month, but it's a rare occasion, but it's price-wise, it's way cheaper. And the funny thing is, as we love going on holidays and travel, we check the airports around the area, and for instance, flying out of East Midlands, it's way cheaper than any London airport because I think the passenger tariff is lower. Which kind of made us a little bit warm and fuzzy, because that just means we can get even. Oh, I bought myself a pair of Wellingtons, because you cannot live in the countryside without having a pair. I know that for a fact. Especially not if you have a dog. Because your dog wants to go out no matter, well, our dog wants to go out no matter what weather it is, so even if it's wet and muddy, she would love to go out, and I like to have dry feet when I do. Yeah, we saw that, and it looks absolutely great, and I could see if we wanted package holidays with TUI, for instance, there was quite good destinations for the same prices we paid down here to lesser destinations. So no, stupid, yeah.
Units received. Units received.
So nothing is so bad that it isn't good for something.
Units received. Units received.
I think there's a bug problem here. That's quite funny you mentioned Robin Hood Airport. We looked at a house which was literally at the landing strip there. We decided that would probably not be the best place to live.
Units received. Units received.
funny. My dog has opened the door this much and is laying with her head in, chewing one of her chewing toys, but it's I usually complain that she doesn't close the door after. It's like she's saying, I didn't open the door a lot, but I'm still here. Oh, bless. Yeah, but well, they both are. They are very company animals, both of them.
Technology recharge.
Well, now she's closing the door. Okay. I know they say that border collies are smart, but that's a new one. I will say having a border collie has taught me a lot of other things with dogs than I ever knew before, because I used to have a border collie mix many years ago, which was a rescue I got, and it was a very lovely, very smart dog, but very set in her ways. And I will say ours is very set in her ways, but she is a very amazing dog, because she's doing so many things you don't think about. She picks up that that's something you can learn. She is very confused with all the moving boxes at the moment, and I don't think she has really decoded what we're doing. She has been a little bit annoyed with us. We have left her alone home a couple of times. She doesn't like that. Yeah. They are, and we are very much aware of that, and we are going to take it very, very easy with them. The worst is the cat, because he's so old, and he is
Hostile ships approaching.
I think he knows what's going on. We have moved with him before, and he has not been too happy about what he the boxes and stuff like that. But we hope we can do it better this time than we did last time. Ja. I was both the cat and the dog know when the suitcases come out. The dog didn't like it because when she was young, we tried to have someone looking after her, and that, well, it went fine, but it didn't go fine. So it's that's why we started going 2 and 2 instead of all 3. And that actually works very, very well. Both animals are happy to have someone home they can cuddle with and all that, and they are in their own house.
Alert. Navigational data received.
I would say the cat has always been in our house. We've just had someone to come and feed and make a little bit of a fuss of him, but we can't let a dog be alone home and then only have someone come in once a day. That wouldn't work. Am I blind here? Yeah, the trick is to find that one, because that always sits at the hangar. But I thought it was on the other side. This freighter is weird. It's like it's hard. But you're right, it has been grinding my gears as well. I have sometimes been sitting flying around them for 20 minutes before you actually find out where the hangar is. Yeah, I hope I will be on Tuesday, but otherwise I will Wednesday. So no. Yeah, I will be on the 2nd maybe, and the 3rd definitely. It won't be before that. I'm not coming on tomorrow, and we travel Tuesday morning. So, but thank you, and sleep well, and thank you for the nice wishes. Nighty night, sleep well. Merci beaucoup. See you when I'm back again. It's a little bit boring when it's C multi-tools. But the S ones are very far apart. Don't see many of them, so yeah, I have learned the hard way not to interfere with that. Okay. So you close the door and lay in the window. That is fab. Place with not much spawn. Oh well. How rude. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, nothing really interesting here. Okay. Then I think, unfortunately, it is about the time that I move back to the freighter and clean up for today. Because we have passed 5 hours now. And we have actually traveled a little bit, a lot around, and at least done some reasonable things. So certain things just come in abundance and others doesn't. It is always a little bit funny. And certain things I have hoarded where I probably shouldn't, but that's the curse of me sometimes. So let's see what all this is. Freighter. No more space. These are for sale next time. Starship also have something which need to come out, I believe. Okay. Let's really clean up. So I'll place these in the wrong place. Okay. That is kind of unfortunate. Start looking what I can sell.
Technology recharge.
I'm starting to have way too much crap. That is, it can hold so many. That one. I think that was it. And that was that one. Oh. So I'm ending up with a lot of things I actually never did what I was supposed to here. Bum. So apart from that, then we are kind of good. So just waiting for this. Takes 2 minutes, so
Technology recharge.
So as I said, then I will be back on the 3rd of May for sure. I might come on the 2nd of May, but there's a travel day and I do not know how worn out I am, but let's see there. But if you have followed me, you will get a notification when I come online, then you should be able to catch me. Otherwise, I'll be back the 3rd, and then there will be a break after that until I come online in the new house. So, thank you for watching, and I wish you all a good time until I'm back again, and take care out there. Good night everyone, good evening, good day, whatever time zone you're in. See you at least on the 3rd. Bye for now.